So I'm new to YouTube, and this is going to be fun to do, and I'm hoping will be informative for anyone trying to do the same thing as I am, which is to grow avocados in the UK. So let's have a go. My name's Carol. I live on the south coast of England. I'm about 10 minutes walk from the beach. So we have a maritime temperate climate here. I've lived in this house for over 30 years, and the coldest winter temperatures we've had here were about -6. So it's going to be a struggle to grow avocados, but I'm going to take you on a journey to see if we can succeed in growing avocados outside in the ground, eventually with no protection, and see if it's possible. If you're thinking about temperatures here, if you live in America, the equivalent would probably be somewhere like Portland or Seattle. That's the sort of temperatures and climate we have here. The reason I think it might be possible is because of microclimates, and there are plants in my garden that you wouldn't expect to see growing in the UK. So we have a beautiful day here today. It's springtime here, and we've got some lovely spring sunshine. An example of the microclimates I have in my garden, I've got a lemon tree there growing quite happily in the ground. It's in a sheltered courtyard. That's my garage over there, and so it's got brick all the way around. And as you can see, there are lemons on there. We get lemons all through the year. I tried growing lemon trees in the sunroom here for years and never had any success, but as soon as I put the tree outside, it grew wonderfully. So I'm hoping we'll have the same success with avocado trees. So I have here some avocados that I purchased in France. Those two are Mexicola Grande. That one in the corner is avocado bacon. Unfortunately, when I tried to repot them, they were originally in that size container there. I found they had root rot. So it was a bit of a disaster. I tried to send them back. I was told that laws had changed. I couldn't send them back because of Brexit. So as I couldn't get any more, I decided to try and keep these going. I bought some garden frost from America and spent all year pampering them and giving them a couple of doses every 2 months in a gallon of water, try and keep them alive. And they have nearly died, but they've come back, and I'm hoping that this year I will be able to put them in the ground. The ones you see at the bottom here are avocados that I've grown from seed. They just came in the post. I don't know, they say they're Mexicola Grande. I don't know whether to believe that or not, but we'll see. They came from Albania, apparently. Initially they told me they were from somewhere in France, but they said Andorra. That's right, and then it's not Andorra at all. The postage was Albania. So they're looking healthy anyway, so we'll give those a go somewhere in the garden eventually. Avocado bacon is slightly more tender, and as such I'm going to put it in an old greenhouse that we have that's sitting on a slope on the edge of our we've got quite a large garden and most of it's woodland, so it'll be on the edge of some woodland, which is natural habitats. Mexicola grande grows high up in the mountains on the edge of woodland in volcanic soil. Unfortunately, I don't have a volcanic soil. I've certainly got nothing like that. I've got sticky, wet clay, so it's going to take some doing. My next job is to prepare the ground in the glass house for it to go in. So we're coming up to the greenhouse, a very old greenhouse that's been here for years. It's on the edge of woodland. It's maybe not the most ideal spot. It will only get maybe 5 hours of sunshine on this corner, but hopefully that's enough. It's one of the few places in my garden where the soil is relatively dry. It's sitting on a slope. This greenhouse hasn't been used for years, but I think it's going to be a good spot for it. I've dug out the floors of the greenhouse, and my husband laid these bricks and he's obviously put them on sand, which is mixed in with the clay there, and it's looking pretty good. We've had lots of rain and that's not too bad. I put a moisture meter in there. You can see it. It's moist, but it's not wet, and that goes down a fair way. We're going to put this old raised bed on some bricks, bring it up a bit higher. I don't want to create a sump, so the soil will go back in there, and then I'll make sure that there's a bit of grit in that, and there's a well-drained soil goes in over the top with some mulch at the very top, and not the compost that they like to sell you at the garden centre, which frankly is just mulch and really no good at all. We need a lot of minerals in there, a lot of sand, grit. Cactus compost really is what I think I'll probably put in here, some perlite. And hopefully we will have avocado bacon growing in this little greenhouse. I'm praying it will survive our winters. We shall see. I've just taken delivery of cactus compost, which I thought would be suitable for growing avocado trees in. And this is what I found in there. That's just wood. And it's I don't think I could grow avocados and that. I'm going to have to think again about what I can grow. This that says cactus and succulent compost. I just really don't think that's any good at all. That's not what I expected. I'm going to have to think again. I'm just walking over to the greenhouse to show you the avocado I've planted. I thought I'd stop and show you the woods because they are looking so lovely with the bluebells. Just gorgeous. This is the avocado plant I planted yesterday. It's not looking very happy, it's looking a bit droopy, and I think it's because of the amount of sun it's had today. I'm going to put a shade cloth up to try and protect it a little until it's settled down. Below the plant here on the trunk I have put a tree guard. That's because we have grey squirrels and they like to chew young plants. Below that I've put copper tape to stop slugs from crawling up there. The soil mix I ended up using, to give you an example of the proportions, if you take a normal bucket, I would have used 1 bucketful of the clay that I dug out, 1 bucketful of peat moss, a bucketful of John Innes No. 3 loam compost, and about 3 bucketfuls of horticultural sand, and that's sharp sand, and about a bucketful of horticultural grit, half a bucketful of perlite, and about half a bucketful of charcoal. I use charcoal in my fish tank, and I feel like it probably does the soil good as well, so I've added it in. I've added some slow release fertilizer in there, and I've topped it all off. Obviously I mixed it very well first before I planted this tree, and I've added pine bark as a mulch on the top, try and keep the moisture in there. It's going to be very free draining, so hopefully the pine bark will help keep an even moisture through this raised bed. So we will see how this grows now, and hopefully in 6 months' time I can show you what's happened, and then we've just got the winter to get through. I think in the summer I'll probably take out these roof panels to let some just rain water come through, and hopefully it will grow. See you later this year. Bye for now.